Greetings and welcome to Creative Consulting Dreams Inspirational Talk Show. Thank you so much for joining me again, hopefully. And hopefully you've seen previous shows and you've liked and subscribed to the channel. I would really appreciate that. We've been having some great guests, and today I'm telling you this guest is even more, how do I even say it? I mean, I've been knowing him. I have such high esteem for him. He's a mentor to me. We go to the same church. I could go on and forever. I'll take up the whole 30 minutes just talking about him, but I won't do that. But what I usually don't do is read the bio, but he has so much to say, so I have to. But I want to introduce Dr. V as I read his bio. So first of all, Dr. V, thank you for joining me today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Beverly, for having me.
You have no idea. He knows I get all excited every time he shows up because he's been speaking at my academy as well. But let me do the introduction for him right now, and I have to please do this because he's just so esteemed. Professor Dr. Vernet is a World Civility Ambassador, International Humanitarian Medal recipient, International Peace Leader, Golden Ambassador, National Statesman, an award-winning serial entrepreneur, and author of over 40 books, 5 of them being bestsellers, a radio show host, a veteran transition expert, president of Gagari Lifestyle Magazine. I'm not finished, folks. Founder of Live to Produce Enterprises, LLC, and founder of the Productive Business Summit, which I have been a part of and participate in as many years as he does that. Dr. Vernet is one of the most requested business strategists, helping entrepreneurs, business owners maximize their productivity. And he's recognized as one of the top 40 productivity experts to follow on Twitter. Make sure you make a note of that. An Executive Professional of the Year, Hero Women's Entrepreneurs of America, named Black Wall Street, Phoenix, Arizona Entrepreneur of the Year. We're almost done. This could go on, I'm telling you. Appointed as a national statesman on Capitol Hill, and recently appointed, oh my God, what a huge honor, as a World Civility Ambassador. He is a devoted husband of, oh my God, a most beautiful and gorgeous wife, Lynette. I love her. We go to church together, and I just love her and the daughters. Oh my God, they've been married for 23 years, and I think you guys just celebrated your anniversary.
Absolutely.
Right. Father to 2 beautiful daughters, Dominique and Renee. Hi, Dominique and Renee. You know, I love you guys. And leader to his local and global community. So guess what? I just want to introduce and find out more about Dr. Vernet Alin Joesph, and please just inspire us. Take this show away.
Honestly, I just want to say thank you. Oftentimes you hear people reading a bio and you wonder, who in the world are they talking about? Well, I just want to say that Dr. Vernet is a simple man with a plan to help people to be as productive as possible. I really pride myself, Beverly, in what I call producing productive citizens. And what does that actually mean? Global citizens who believe in productivity. And productivity to me is not a game, it's not a fad, it's literally a lifestyle.
Yes.
And when you recognize productivity as a lifestyle, everything around you begins to change. Because productivity is not just a word, it's a way of living. And when you decide that you're going to be more effective, more efficient at everything that you do, life begins to change. I've heard some people talk about 10x, 100-fold, 10,000, all of this different stuff, but none of that can happen without productivity. So I believe that civility and productivity should be merged together, and when it is, our world becomes a better place.
Absolutely.
So that's who's talking to you today.
Yes, Dr. Vernet. And like you said, what does it say? Dreams don't work unless you do. That's part of being productive. If you're not productive about your dream, goals, or vision, then like you said, you're just existing.
Absolutely.
Say. So you've mentored people over the years. And actually, guys, I've been knowing Dr. Vernet for quite a while. I mean, like I said, he's taught at my academy. He speaks practically anywhere you ask. He's known around the world, speaks all over the world, and the fact that you graced me at my academy is just enormous. But I just was thinking, I said, This show is about talking to everyday people about their goals, dreams, and the obstacles they face. I want to hear about some of Dr. Vernet's obstacles, if there were any, because I couldn't think of any, so he'll have to tell you a few and let us lead up to where you are now.
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, let me say this. No one is above obstacles. Obstacles are meant to make you a better person. So quite naturally, yes, I've experienced tons of obstacles in my life. As we sit here in 2021, you don't think of these things, but as I travel and journey back in my memory, I start to think of things like how you were treated when you were in school, when you were in high school, when people would pick on you because of the color of your skin, or that you were too dark, or that you weren't too skinny enough, or you didn't speak their dialect, or whatever the case may be. We all actually go through obstacles. So anyone out there who would tell you that they've never experienced them, my challenge to you is to look them bold-faced in the eye and tell them that they're a flat-out liar. You will experience obstacles every day. Let me say this to you. Every day that you wake up, there's something about you that you do not like. But the question is, what will you do with that thought? Will you allow it to hold you captive, or will you allow it to propel you to do better? Whether that's, I want to lose weight. I want to learn how to sing. I wish that I can be an artist. One day I'm going to write a book. I want to be a speaker. I want to be an athlete. I don't care what it is that you may say to yourself every morning. But the question is, what do you say by the time you lay your head down at night? Because whatever that thought was that came into your psyche, you have two decisions that you can make. You can believe that thought and live that thought out, or you can come against that thought and call that thought a liar and make it a liar by the end of the day. Wow. So I don't care what thought you may have, but I promise you, if you act upon it, if you take the time to make a decision early and change that thought, and then go out and express that all throughout your day, by the time you get ready to lay your head down, things will begin to change. So if you're asking about obstacles,
name one something.
Let's think about that. Man, I wanted to be more of an eloquent speaker. Many people are going to say, really, Dr. Vernet? Is that what you're going to tell us? Right? There were times that I wish that I could write as eloquently as other people. But people are going to say, come on, Dr. Vernet, 40 books and you're still talking about being an eloquent writer? Well, some people may say, whatever it may be. These are just things that I think of now that the old me would say was a problem. But I want to share this with you.
Please.
And I hope that you pick up what I'm putting down. Notice what I said. These are things I used to think about.
Yes.
But I have used those obstacles as stepping stones to help me to become the person that I am today. Now, you read these accolades and titles, and this is what I say, that titles and tags don't make the person. The integrity and the character makes the person. The perseverance makes the person. So no matter what obstacle you may be facing today, or no matter how you may be feeling, you may be in a funk or a fog, the thing that I want to share with you is this: just don't stay there. Because if you stay there, that will become your life. That will become your atmosphere and your environment, and you become a product of that environment. If you can look up, you can get up. If you can seek something, then you'll be able to see something different. If you can say something different and listen to what you say, you can have what you say. So it's really about perspective. Obstacles are a dime a dozen. Everybody has them. The question is, what do you do once you encounter an obstacle? It's the work, the dirt work after the fact that matters the most. Hopefully I've answered your question.
Yes, you have. But I'm going to go one step further.
All right, let's go.
Because I want you to actually come up with an obstacle that you actually on the top of your head can say that you definitely, you overcame. See that?
Fear of speaking. And again, I know you're going to say that's not something that you see.
Because they would never say that.
Fear of speaking in front of large crowds, being a leader. That used to scare me. I mean, being out front and everyone depending upon you. But again, these are no longer obstacles because I learned how to overcome them. I learned how to not necessarily manifest a way around them, but I learned to let God show me the way past them. Many times, here's what happens, Beverly. We want to manufacture things because, you know, we saw it on TV, or a good friend of ours is doing X, Y, and Z, and you say, ooh, I want that. But in all actuality, you don't know that they did not actually manufacture what they are in right now. God literally manifested through time and space, through people, through obstacles, through hiccups, hang-ups, right? How they actually live their life. And what you're currently seeing is them overcoming their obstacle. But you're looking at them from the sideline, wondering, how can I do this? So again,
without knowing what they went through.
The recipe is in overcoming the obstacle. The recipe is the process in which you go through. You see, when you put a seed in the ground like a dream, when you put a seed in the ground like a dream, in order for that dream to become a reality, you have to do the work. That means the dirt work has to happen. See, when you put a seed in the ground, it has to die in order to do what? Come back to life. And my question to each and every one of you who may be watching today is, what are you willing to kill so that it will come back to life?
Wow. Did you hear that? What are you willing to kill in order for it to come back to life? And the reason why he has all of those accolades is because you overcame each and every one of those obstacles each time. And it's just a manifestation thing with you. It's just like you think it happens. And like I said, what I wanted you people to understand is that, you know, you have all those accolades, but each time there was maybe an obstacle that you faced to get past it. You know, it wasn't all smooth sailing, you know.
I call it ER. Do you know why you go to the ER? Because you have a problem. So you're sitting at home and something happens, you fall over, you hit your head, or you stop breathing, or whatever the case may be. Where do you go? You go to the ER. Why do you go to the ER? Because you're expecting, watch this, you're expecting when you get into the place that they will have something to revive or bring back to life the problem that you came in with.
Right. Okay.
Well, I flip that from a productivity perspective, and I say the ER for me is called evidence and results. If you lack something, then you need evidence and results to revive that thing in your life so that the world can see it. Everything you need is already on the inside of you. You just need a circumstance or a situation to bring it out. And that's what obstacles do. Obstacles are not meant to be boundaries. Obstacles are meant to be stepping stones to get you to where you need to go next. It's just like a child going to school. Well, they don't want to go to school. They don't want to learn. But once they get the hang of it, guess what happens? How do you get through high school? 12 years of school. How do you get through college? One small step at a time. How do you get a doctorate? You keep going after you get your first degree to your second degree to now your third degree. How do you become a specialist? They say it takes roughly about 2,100 hours to do something. Well, 21 days to do something, that means consistency. And most people aren't willing to be consistent. And that's the problem. So they allow their obstacle to overtake them. Therefore, it overshadows them. And now they can't see past the obstacle and they live in that death.
In itself.
Yeah.
So while you were saying that, I kind of just want to ask you, when you were small, or I should say, I don't even say small, what was your dream? What did you endeavor to do when you were coming along? Even if it's not what you're doing now, I don't know. What was your dream itself?
Honestly, when I think of my childhood, I always just wanted to be the best version of me possible. What does that actually mean? You know, at the young age when I was walking to school and there was an ice cream man, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So what did I do? While everybody else was eating ice cream and all the candy and everything off of the truck, I wanted to talk to the person who owned the truck. So I made a deal with the ice cream man that, hey, If I buy a box of 48 Snickers from you, because I know you go to Costco's or Sam's or wherever it was back then, and you sell us things at 50, 75 cents, and you're making a profit. So even on my way in, my backpack was filled with candy that I knew that my friends would want when we were in school. It was called entrepreneurship, and I was doing what? I was feeding a need, because everybody pays for convenience. They passed the truck just like I did. But guess what? I decided to profit.
Exactly.
People often ask me, Beverly, about why do you always talk about relationships? Why do you always talk about collaboration? Why do you always talk about partnership? Because I've lived this all of my life. I'll give you another example. When everybody else wanted to go outside and play, I was talking to people who were older than me and learning their jobs. I would go out and cut grass. I would go out and paint homes, wash cars, to make revenue. Exactly. So I've been a business-minded person all my life.
Exactly.
And then when I learned how to put business and civility and productivity together, life really changed.
And see, and that's really what I want people to see, is that you may not even know that you're in the process of achieving your dreams or doing what God has in store for you. Just like he said, we were out there playing, but Dr. V was up there like, hey, how can I make this, nickel, make it, double into a quarter? And that's something he's always done. And you've always, been a sponge to absorb things,
Absolutely.
To learn from people, and just become the productive person that you are. And a lot of people don't even realize that you are already starting to live your dream. You just don't know it. You just haven't put it in place. And it, sometimes it takes, coaches, productivity people like yourself, a mentor, to help you to do that.
Absolutely.
And I know you have plenty of them to help you to do that as well.
Oh yes. So. Oh yes. It's an amazing thing. I will say this to everyone. If you really want your dream to become a reality, you just got to get started.
Yes.
Any place is a good place to start, but if you don't believe that, you'll procrastinate. 3 nations that I challenge you all to stay away from. If you want to be productive in life, stay away from hesitation. Hesitation will cause you to be stagnant. Stagnation is another nation. Stagnation means that you're not going anywhere. So if you have hesitation and stagnation, you're definitely not moving. But the one that I really, really challenge you to get out of your life and your vocabulary, it's called procrastination. Because I believe that I'll be able to do that whenever I'm ready. Mom, I'll do my homework when I'm ready, after I've played. Oh, I still have time to go do this. Oh, I'll start my business. Oh, I'll make this food, or I'll write this, and I'll do. And listen, those 3 nations are the enemy to productivity. So if nothing else that you've heard today, if you want to overcome an obstacle, stay away from the 3 nations. That's hesitation, stagnation, and procrastination. Wow. And you will live your dream, and you'll do the work, and you'll be the person on the show that other people are talking about.
Exactly.
It's just that simple.
As you can see, part of the reason why I'm having him on the show is because I know he has such knowledge and he has so much to give. And on top of that, he's doing ministry at our church, and I do want to mention, I got to plug in our pastor at our church to let him know that, we are all a part of a great team.
Absolutely.
A beautiful thing. And I'm just glad to be a part of your life as far as that's concerned. I'm glad that we're a part of the church together. I'm just happy that you've been a mentor to me as well.
Thank you kindly. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So.
Yes, indeed. It's important to have a community. And that's the one thing that we can say. I know you continue to hear Beverly talk about our church.
Yes.
But I will say this to you. You need mentors, motivators, and modelers in your life. And what that actually means is you need someone who will come alongside you and mentor you, help you to go along the line that you need to go. You'll need someone to model a good life in front of you if you're expecting to get that type of life. And then you need those modelers, mentors, modelers, and motivators in your life that says, yes, you can. If I can, you can. So I'm super grateful and thankful for the lead pastor, Pastor Daniel Voss at Mountain View Church right here in Queen Creek, Arizona. If you haven't seen it, it's mv.church. Yes. Make sure you go check it out. Phenomenal things happening there. And listen, wherever you are in the world, remember your dreams do matter. But don't just dream. Create your reality today because it's possible. And don't let anyone tell you anything different.
thank you, Dr. V, for being here.
Absolutely.
I've just been looking forward to this day for forever, just to have you on my show. It's my honor, my privilege, and you know how I feel about you as far as being the mentor. And thank you so much for representing the Academy when you come to speak, because they all look forward to you every time you come in and speak. So thank you so much for being on the show and blessing us with all of the work that you did. And I just want to say thank you, audience, for being here. Just make sure that you guys like, subscribe to the channel, please. That does, help get the word out. Pass the word, get it out. Let everybody know that, this is a show that people need to watch in order to get inspired in order to achieve your dreams.
Thank you to your whole entire team that is making this happen. I know it doesn't happen by, circumstance or happenstance. So I salute each and every one of them. Thank you for your hard work and your effort and how you bless this community as well as the community around the world. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, Dr. V. And no more to say. You guys be good. Thank you so much.